Hi, and welcome to the Douglas On My Mind Show. I'm Blondell Thomas, the City of Douglas Public Information Manager, and we'll be right back to talk about a lot of things that are going on in October. I have a full show today, so stay tuned and we'll see you in a few minutes. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas On My Mind Show. I am here now with Miss Lori Hennessy, the chairman for the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County. And as all of you know, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we're just happy to have you here today, Lori. And for those that don't really know who the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County is, tell us a little bit about the group.
Well, I appreciate you having me to start with. And the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group was founded, we're going into the 10th year now.
Oh, wow.
And we started real small, raising about $20,000 that first year.
Mm-hmm.
We're focused on helping to support families with children of cancer in our community. Initially, we started with just Coffee County and could only service our community. And when a child is diagnosed with cancer and a parent has to leave work to care for their child, our group was able to step in and provide financial assistance and support, emotional support, any kind of resources they need. We're willing to consider it and help to support them in their time of need. And now we've grown to be able to service not only Coffee County, but also all contiguous counties. So anyone that lives in Wilcox, Ben Hill, Irwin, Jeff Davis, Bacon, Aplin, have I missed any of them?
I don't think so.
And Atkinson. Yeah, if any of those families, if they've been affected by childhood cancer, we're here to support them.
Well, I can tell anybody that's listening, and I shout it every time I get a chance, the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group was a godsend to us. As some people know, my son went through his own bout with childhood cancer, and it's just, like you said, y'all are a blessing in somebody's time of need.
And now you have a college graduate.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited. We are so excited and thrilled with his accomplishments. But normally every year you have the silent auction and bake sale. What are your plans this year for the auction?
Well, we had to rethink our plans because of the pandemic last year, and we did a virtual auction. We had planned to go back to the in-person and possibly virtual options to do the live auction in person and the silent auction virtually, because it actually does work well. We've used a platform called HiBid, and we're able to post images of all the donations and take bids online. And so we just decided to eliminate the in-person because of the influx of COVID cases locally, and just want to really, I mean, when you're talking about kids with cancer, obviously safety is a priority, not only for the families we support, but for the volunteers, because we're 100% volunteer driven. We have no paid staff. So everybody that gives of their time selflessly and works really hard. So we're just doing, our auction is already live. So that's what we're doing this year. And the revenues are down from the live version. But it's still doing well, and we're still being able to provide that same support.
Right. And the auction is taking place, like you said now. I mean, people can go online now.
The easiest way to find information about that is to go to the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County on Facebook, and there's a link to the HiBid auction site, and people can go on there, and that'll be open through this Friday. So we're actually open through October 1st, excuse me. So we have this week and next week.
That's a good
It'll
thing.
close October 1st, so people still have time to go on and bid. And bid high.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I was just amazed whenever you would have the live bake sale or the live auction, and the cakes that would go for, and it was just, they would go for astronomical amounts, but it was just the message in purchasing that cake. That's what it was about.
There are, if you go on there and look now, there's already some baked goods on there. Those are going to be hot ticket items, I'm sure. And we have everything from, there's cool Yeti coolers to cargo trailers to even smaller items. So there's something for everyone that can bid on. they're not all, you don't have to commit to huge purchases to be able to participate. So you can go on there and check it out.
That sounds great. Well, another way that you that your group helps to raise money is through T-shirt sales.
I'm wearing mine today,
Yes.
and we sell lots of T-shirts every year, and we have some great community partners that help make that possible. This year, we're located in the old Skintastic building at the Atrium Complex. You can go up there and purchase you a T-shirt. You do not have to pre-order. You can go. There is they may be low on some sizes, but probably most of the sizes they'll have in stock. So you can still go up there, and we'll be wearing these shirts this Friday, the 24th. So everybody be sure to go get your shirts before then, so that you can wear them to show your support for the cause.
And I actually just ran by there on my lunch break and grabbed my 4 shirts. So I can tell everybody, you need to go ahead and get up there to get those shirts, because they are running a little low.
And this year, the theme was really cute. It was Buzz Lightyear, and talking about infinity to beyond, and so it's a really cute theme that it's great for adults and kids, and the kids always like to wear them because they get their pictures made on, and a lot of businesses support us, and all their staff will purchase them for their staff, so we love to get those pictures too, and they can share those, businesses can share those on the Facebook page as well.
Okay. All right. How can people help support the organization if they're not able to bid and not able to come to town and get a T-shirt? What else?
Well,
can they do?
sometimes I think people think that Childhood Cancer Awareness Group is a 1 month and done thing, and it's totally not. We get donations throughout the year.
Good.
People volunteer to help do things throughout the year, and if there's special needs, we are able to go to community partners and maybe ask for whatever we're looking for. We may be able to get help. So just mainly letting us know that you're wanting to help. You can always volunteer to help with the organization as a whole, because it, again, 100% volunteer driven. We need all the volunteers we can get, from doing everything from putting bows out to help selling T-shirts to help posting pictures on the High Bid website. We need volunteers for all that. And then if you have something come up and you want to give a special gift, if someone you know has a special birthday and it's someone that has everything and you wanted to make a donation in their name, you can always make a gift to our organization any time of the year. Also, if you're wanting to honor somebody, if you do have a loss and wanting of any family member, and it's something that you or they are passionate about, we'd love to take a donation in the honor, and we can send cards to family recognizing the donation and contribution to the group. So we're willing to take donations year round, because we are giving out resources and support year round. So that helps.
Yeah, because when you make that one-time donation or after September, these families still have needs. Those kids are still going through treatment or having to take medication or whatever.
Yep, and once they kind of shift from active treatment to when they're more in maintenance phase, they're still able to get support and resources, because they're still having to make follow-up appointments. They're still having to travel to go see their physicians. They're still having to do all those things and stay overnight. So there's always cost associated, and we're here to help them. Right.
Now, if there is a family who has a child who has been diagnosed with childhood cancer, how do they tap into those resources, or how do they get in contact with
They can always reach out to one of our members, one of the volunteers, someone on our board, or we can go to, the easiest way is to ccagcc.org. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of coffeecounty.org. It's just the initial ccagcc.org, and all the information is there.
Okay, and could they possibly, contact you through the Facebook page or something
they
like that?
Absolutely could. You can connect through Facebook, look for me. I'm on Facebook under Lori Hennessy, so you can look on there, contact me. I'll be happy to help.
Okay. All right. Well, we're about to wrap up this little short interview, and do you want to share like another contact information or phone number or anything?
If you ever need anything, you can always call Julie at 384-2287. Or you can connect with me on Facebook or connect with the group on Facebook, and we're always here to answer questions as needed.
Okay.
Thank y'all for having us.
Thank
Everybody
you.
go bid, check out
Right.
our auction.
And we are so fortunate to have this group in Coffee County,
Yeah,
most
it's
definitely.
one of a kind.
It is, it is. All right, well, later on in next year probably,
Yep.
around the same time.
Thanks.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. And as always, in October, I know a lot of hunters look forward to the Douglas Lions Club's Big Buck contest. And today we have with us Miss Jolynn Grantham. She is our Big Buck chairperson for this year. She did such an excellent job last year with the Lions Club that they asked her to stay on for another year, and hopefully maybe 2 or 3 more years. But we'll see. Jolynn, thank you for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
When is the actual Big Buck contest this year?
The contest is actually October 16th. That's
Okay.
Opening day of deer season.
Okay, opening
Rifle day.
Rifle day,
Rifle,
right? Okay, I didn't realize that it was already bow season, and then I
Yes,
saw
that
this
was-
huge deer out
Yeah.
with a taxidermy page, and I was like, "How did they do that?"
Yeah, it's the 11th, so yeah, we're already getting started into it. So
How, if somebody wants to make a donation to the Lions Club or to the Big Buck contest, if they want to do a gun donation or any type of donation, what would they need to do?
yeah, we're taking. I mean, we will take any kind of monetary donation. To be a gun sponsor, it is $350. But you can contact myself or any Lions Club member and make a donation. Or this year we also have the Douglas Lions Club app, which has some different levels of sponsorship on there that you can donate through as well.
All right, and the app is like big news for us this year.
It
and
is.
I
That is
say
something
us.
new.
Yeah, it is something new.
It's something new. So
For someone to purchase tickets this year for the Big Buck contest, what do they need to do?
that will also be done through our app. And this year we will have no paper tickets. So everything will be done through our app. And like I say, that is the Douglas Lions Club Big Buck app. And you will just go on there and set up an account or download the app. Then you will set up an account and you will purchase a ticket on there.
It's really easy to get set up.
It
because,
is.
I
It's
mean, we
really
did
easy. I know it sounds complicated to a lot of people, and it is something new, but once you do it, it's really easy, and your tickets will show up on your app. So
Right. I was amazed at whenever you first started telling the Lions Club board members about the app, how it will, like, they don't have to wait on us to call them this year if they
Right.
win a prize.
it will notify you immediately as soon as we do the drawing, whether you're a winner or not. And if I'm not wrong, I think it will actually even tell you what kind of prize you won.
Right, I did see
So,
that too. Like,
yeah.
it'll tell you specific, like
What
if you-
gun or what
yeah,
prize.
what gun or what. Yep.
So,
So with that in mind, is the Big Buck contest? Are we going to have anything in person this year, or is it all going to be virtual? And how will that work?
it will be virtual just like we did last year. The only difference is that we're just selling the tickets through the app.
Okay.
But it will start at 8:45 on the 16th, the actual contest.
Okay.
And be just like last year. We'll do it on Facebook Live.
Facebook Live, everybody. So make sure that you like our page,
Right,
Douglas
the
Lions
Lions
Club
Club page.
Where do, like, the money that is raised each year through the Big Buck contest, what happens with that money? Where does that money go?
The majority of the money goes back into our community. I mean, we provide eye screenings, eye glasses, scholarships from high school to South Georgia College, Wiregrass, and then other organizations like childhood cancer, breast cancer awareness, the Hope Center, Night to Shine. There's,
Right.
the majority of it goes back into our community, and then other places will be like we provide a person to go to the Blind for the Camp for the Blind.
Right.
4-H camps, just different things like that. So
It goes back into the community.
It does go
right.
back.
And I know last year, because of the great donations and all, we were able to make a nice donation to Coffee Regional for the
Right.
For the COVID-19
relief.
resources. And
We were
relief.
able to help with like relief from the tornadoes as
Oh,
well.
right.
Just, you know, when something comes up like that, due to the proceeds from the big boat, we're able to step up and help.
Right, and we help in the community, which is the best part.
Right.
What are some of the prizes that they have this year offering through the Big Buck contest?
This year we are doing the four-wheeler, like
Okay.
from Mike's Golf Cart, like we have been doing. There will be over 100 guns this year. Last year we cut back because we were not sure how things were going to do due to COVID, but this year we're going back to the 100 guns. Actually, it'll be more than 100 guns. And there will be some cash prizes, big green egg package, $1,000 gift card. So there's going to be a lot of good prizes this year.
Right, and with us trying to do everything virtually, as with anything, you know, there's always some type of technical difficulty. So if you know, if we freeze up at one point this year, you will still be notified through that app.
Yes, you will
if
be
win.
notified, and you will be notified immediately. Like, it
Right.
will not be like last year, us having to wait and call or try to
Right.
contact everybody. It will be immediately, so you'll know as soon as your number's called.
Right, and there will be no question as to,
Right.
did I win so-and-so?
That's right.
That's true. Is there anything else you'd like to share about the Lions Club, or anything about the app that I believe that you can also make donations through the app throughout the year if you want to?
Yes, we are going throughout the year. We will probably do other things through the app, such as our flag program. We may have a thing where we try to raise money to buy flags, because we're constantly having to replace those due to, you know, wear and tear. If we have a golf tournament or something like that, all of that's
White
going to be
Cane
done.
Day.
White Cane Day, all that's going to be done through the app, hopefully,
app.
moving
Okay.
forward. So.
All right. Well, it sounds like this app is hopefully a win-win
We
for
hope
everyone.
it's going to be new, and you know, we'll work through everything this year, but I think it's going to be a good thing.
Okay. And if somebody needs to contact someone with the Lions Club, let's just say if they, for instance, don't know a member, but either me or you or
Yes,
several
myself,
other people, and then we also have a Facebook page. If you
Right,
want to
we
tell
do, and
everybody.
you can contact us through that, and someone will reach back out to you, or, you know, you can contact myself personally, or Blondell, just,
Right.
you know, anybody in the Lions Club.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you being here today, and
Thank you.
and I certainly do hope that this is a big success this year.
I do too.
All right.
Thank you, Blondell.
Thank you, and we'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. I am here now with Douglas Police Chief Shane Edmiston and Michelle Gertman, the Executive Director for the Magnolia House. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all are here to talk to me a little bit about something that the Douglas Police Department is doing this year that's something a little new. It's a new initiative that we have, and it's called we're participating in the National Faith and Blue Weekend. Tell us a little bit about that.
National
Chief.
Faith and Blue Weekend. It's a initiative, nationwide initiative to bring community together with the police departments they serve through faith-based organizations. So we're getting with the local churches here in Douglas and Coffee County and doing a charity drive the
Right.
weekend of October the 8th through the 11th. It's a Friday through a Monday.
Okay.
And when the National Faith and Blue contacted me and I spoke with them, they requested that we do some kind of fundraiser for a local organization. So since October is
It's also Domestic
Domestic Violence
Awareness
Awareness Month, I decided to try to raise money or get goods for the Magnolia House.
Okay.
The Magnolia House is a great organization that we have that offers shelter to victims of domestic violence and their
Right.
families, and it's really underutilized by Coffee County because they are based in Waycross, and a lot of people in our community don't know that this is available. So this is twofold. We get donations for them, and we also make the citizens aware that we have this program.
Right, right. And also just having the guys in blue backing up and going in the churches backing you guys up and just having a good gathering at the churches too. I think that has a lot to do with it, with the whole weekend.
Yes, a lot of our issues in the community are not police issues. They're
Right.
not. It's not for us, the police, to fix. It's for the
Right.
community to fix. So the best way that we can get into the community is go through those faith-based organizations, get to know them, let them get to know us. And so far, we've been really accepted with open arms with the faith-based community, and we've met with several of the pastors and their staff for organizing this Faith in Blue weekend.
Right, right. What special events are planned for the whole weekend?
On Saturday, we'll kick it off Saturday morning. Several of the churches in the community have gotten together. West Ward Church of God is heading this up. They're going to have a luncheon for the law enforcement community, and we've invited law enforcement from the Coffee County Sheriff's Office, all the other municipalities, the colleges, their police departments, as well as the probation, Georgia State Patrol, GBI. Anybody involved in law enforcement can, of course, attend the luncheon.
Right.
During the luncheon, we're asking that the officers or the staff bring some kind of donation for the Magnolia House
Okay.
to pack our purple bags, and we'll let her speak to Pack the Purple Bag
Right.
initiative that we have going on. It's not a requirement. We're not making anybody bring anything, but if they have some extra bottles of shampoo or an extra bag of diapers or a new bag of socks, anything that they can
Exactly.
donate, bring it to the drive, to the luncheon, and we will, of course, give that to the Magnolia House. And then after after the luncheon and the drive for the Magnolia House, we're having let's get
fun
this
event.
right. Let's get this right. The Walk a Mile in Her Shoes.
That's
Walk a
right.
Mile in Her Shoes to raise awareness of domestic violence. And they want law enforcement officers to walk a mile in her shoes. So we'll be putting on.
Stilettos.
People think that I'm going to get in high heel shoes. I'm going to go back to the 90s, and I'm sure you remember, I might wear some jelly shoes.
Be fair.
At least two
But I've
inches.
already had several of my officers and several members of my staff excited about walking. They're going to bring their wives to walk
Good.
with them. And we're just going to leave the Central Square Gym and walk down Bryan Street on the sidewalk to the police department, around to the courthouse, and back to the Central Square complex to raise awareness of domestic violence. And they were going to do this later in the month, but when I got with them, we were already having the event, and I'd already have a captive audience, so
worked
we're
out
going to do it that day.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like everything just kind of fell
came
into place.
together.
Right.
Yes, it came together very well.
Exactly. Now, on that Sunday, what will be taking place in the churches?
On Sunday, we're asking the churches that are participating to ask their congregation to bring donations for the Magnolia House. I'm going to
Okay.
have a representative, hopefully a representative at each church from the police department, either at the morning service or the evening service. And we ask that the congregation pack the purple bag, and she can explain more about that in a few
Right.
minutes. But I've bought some bags to give to the churches. I bought some bags to put out at the police department. And we're asking any business in Douglas, if you can assist a purple bag drive, if you can get donations, we'll have the police department the week after the Faith in Blue weekend. We'll go around and get all the donations, and we're going to take them to Waycross and meet them to take them to their undisclosed location.
Okay,
Where
that's
they can give them to the victims and the people living in the home.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take the spotlight off of you for a minute,
Anytime.
Chief. And Michelle, it's so nice for you to be here. We've talked a little bit about the Magnolia House, but just tell us a little more in detail. What is the Magnolia House, and how do you assist people that are in need?
So I've been there 26 years.
Okay.
So it is definitely a passion of mine, and it is it's twofold. It's a domestic violence shelter where we house women and children who have been abused. Biggest question is do we take men? Yes, we take men too. We, house men. And then last year we opened up our teen center where we take youth. We don't house them there, but they come into different programs. Of course, COVID has put a damper on some things that we're able to do in-house. But we house women, but probably the majority of what we do besides bringing women into shelter is our outreach program.
Right.
We have so much more, especially in the light of COVID, that our numbers have over doubled since COVID, and our outreach numbers have doubled, which means protection orders. And the purple bag, where what he's talking about is stuff in that bag with things that people can use at their homes, things that I would use, shampoo and deodorant and toothpaste and toothbrushes and personal care items that we can drop off to a lady at her home, or that they can have when they come in shelter when they're in their rooms. Housing hundreds of women and children a year from all 5 counties that we serve, it's a big task.
Right.
And it takes a lot of people to do that, and it takes a lot of resources. And I can tell you this, to just back up, we could not do anything we do from the beginning. Our first responders, law enforcement brings all of our women and children into shelter for safety, because like you said, it's an undisclosed location. And so law enforcement is top in our book, because we couldn't do anything without them. So thank you for not just this initiative, but what you do every day. I know if you see in the news now, we're talking about a big domestic violence case with the Gabby case coming up that may be a potential domestic violence. And so that's just a tip of the iceberg of what our law enforcement deal with every single day. So kudos to law enforcement. Thank you for all you do. So as we go into Domestic Violence Awareness Month in October, and our county commission here in Coffee County just signed a proclamation last week at their county commission meeting declaring October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Coffee County. That was great to see that and for them to come together. So we want to thank them for that. But the shelter is plays an important role in victims of domestic violence and their children, especially in the light of COVID. People can't reach the resources they need. They're having to stay in their homes with quarantine or with closures, or losing their jobs. And so we're seeing more and more people reach out through our Facebook page and through our website, the Waycross Area Shelter website. And so we're seeing more and more reach out to say, we need help. How can we get help? So this is just something that, any kind of community awareness activity, especially with faith-based communities, it is very important to get the word out there. And so it couldn't have come in a better time, I think, of bringing awareness up as what we're dealing with every day.
Right, and I feel pretty sure that everybody has heard on the news about the domestic violence numbers going up.
Yes.
So it's a great resource.
Well,
to
Governor
have.
Kemp, even in the first 2 weeks of the pandemic, came out and said domestic violence was at an increase 25% in Georgia just 2 weeks into the pandemic. Now we're months and months, over a year past. Can you imagine what we're seeing now in our temporary protection orders, our children's programs, our outreach program? We're actually got one of 3 grants in Georgia that applied for a Family Justice Center, and we're working on that for our judicial circuit. It'll be the Waycross Judicial Circuit Family Justice Center, where it's a one-stop shop for victims to be able to come into, because you have transportation issues in the South, right? We don't have your local cabs, and we don't Ubers and things like that. We don't have transportation to buses, so it's going to be a place where victims can come in and receive all their resources in one place. And we were excited to be chosen in the South. And so when the governor's office looked at it, they chose the Waycross Judicial Circuit as that, and we were proud to get that grant.
Right, that's awesome news. What are some things that we can do as a community to help you and Magnolia House with needs throughout the year, not just in October, but throughout the year? What else can we do?
One of the biggest things is Adopt a Family comes up at Christmas time. So adopting a child, and people at Christmas time seems to have a great spirit. Even in light of COVID, they just really come out and say, I know we're at home, but there's other people that don't have. And so remembering the kids at Christmas time. So maybe calling the shelter and getting a family to adopt. You can get somebody from your local community that we help. You may not know that. But you can request, hey, I want to help a family in Coffee County through your program, or I want to help a family in Bacon County, or whatever county that you want to help that comes through our program. So adopting a family is the next thing. Of course, monetary donations are always needed because we have, just like the purple bag, those things have to be filled up all year long. And we
Right.
make awareness in October, but in January and February, we still have to have shampoo and personal care items for women
Exactly.
in the house and for people that are leaving in food boxes. So November is a great time to donate a food box if you want to donate a food box, or to give a monetary donation so we can go and buy that food box.
Right.
So throughout the year, just thinking about the shelter and thinking about the ladies that are living. I know a lot of programs are great and a lot of programs are worthy. We say that people actually live in our place until they can get out to safety. So not a lot of places offer, it's only 46 shelters in Georgia. And the reason there's not one in every county is because it does take a lot of staff and a lot of monetary donations and a lot of grant money to really provide a state certified facility. And we're state and federally certified. And so that means we have a lot of guidelines that we have to go through, and our facility has to maintain a certain level of cleanliness and a certain level of organization and a certain staff level. So when you're given to us, know that you're given to us blindly because you can't see where we are, you can't see what we do, but to know that we're doing well with the things that you are giving us. And for the chief to step up and do something like this again just shows the work that he values in our area.
Right, and one thing I found interesting when I attended the meeting recently at the police department was not even police officers know where you are located.
No.
They actually meet you somewhere, and then
Right.
you take it back to where you need to.
Our officers have never been to the shelter.
Right.
They have no idea where it is. We meet them, the victims are dropped off, their children are dropped off, and just like when we get these donations, we're going to have to collect these donations, and we're going to have to meet them somewhere for them to pick those up from us.
Exactly.
Because we can't go to where they store this stuff. So it's a great program, and a lot of people in the community don't know that this is available.
Exactly.
And everyone in the church, everyone in the police department, everyone in the city, everyone knows somebody that's been a victim of domestic violence.
Right.
That's true.
So it touches everybody in the community.
It really does.
It
It really
does.
does.
Male, female, child.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It can happen to you just when you think it won't.
That is right. That is exactly right.
And
or your
honestly,
neighbor.
I can tell you, honestly, I wasn't aware that the Magnolia House was still in Douglas. I knew about it being in Waycross, but I was like, I really didn't know. So this is really good that you were able to
So
come
we
on
serve 5
today.
counties. We serve Coffee, of course, and Ware, of course, but
Okay.
Pierce and Brantley and Bacon counties
Okay.
is our 5 areas. So the Waycross Judicial Circuit is really what we serve.
Okay.
And so, like I said, we're just grateful that you are putting a spotlight on it. We're grateful for
Right.
the chief today and for all our law enforcement officers that stand on the front lines every day for victims who don't have a voice themselves or in the light of COVID is even now more bound than they ever were. Before we have lots of things you can get out and go to your doctor's office or the hospitals, and now you're just quarantined and you're at home, and it's even worse. And
Makes
so we
you
expect
feel
in
it.
the next 18 to 24 months for our numbers to triple.
Oh,
Because as people get back out and go to work, as people get out and the virus seems, steadies off and vaccines are done or whatever people are going to do, we see that those numbers are going to triple in the next 18 to 24 months. It really looks like that.
Wow.
Because we're seeing that steady flow each month.
It's just something else. Now, if somebody needs to get in contact with someone at the Magnolia House, do they go through the police department, or do they go? I mean, is
Not
there-
always, no.
Okay.
I mean, of course they can. If you got on a call, they're going to tell them about it. But
Right.
you just call 1-800-33-HAVEN. Wherever you are in Georgia, that is going to reach the nearest domestic violence shelter to you. We
Okay.
accept collect calls. We have a way on our website for you to make a call from our website. And then we have an escape route on our website. So if you're looking at that, you can escape really easily so
Okay.
nobody can see what you're doing. But 1-800-33-HAVEN will get you to any shelter in Georgia, wherever you are. So if you're in Coffee County and you call, it's going to directly connect you to Waycross.
Okay.
If you're sitting in, Atkinson County, it's going to directly connect you to Valdosta.
Okay, all right. Now, before we wrap it up, do you mind sharing, what is your website?
So it's the WaycrossAreaShelter.com.
Okay,
WaycrossAreaShelter.com. So long word, but WaycrossAreaShelter.com.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
and
Well, thank
I
you.
appreciate it, and I know it's going to be a successful weekend.
I think so too.
We hope.
I cannot
It is.
wait to see
I
the
can't
Chief in
wait to
Heels.
see the
And
Chief.
flat jelly shoes does not count.
That's right. Unless it has a
stiletto.
2-inch heel.
While we're at it, I'm calling out Fred Cole. I know Fred can walk in a pair of high heels, so Fred, I expect to see you there that Saturday.
And you know what they say? No pain, no gain.
No pain,
That's
no
right.
gain.
You're
That's
going to
right.
see what pain we've been feeling all these years.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you both again, and,
Thank you.
we'll have to get an update from you later on in the year. Maybe have you back
Absolutely,
on the show. Okay.
absolutely.
All right. We'll be right back after this. And I have Terry Cook here with me today with the Beta Sigma Phi and the Passionately Pink campaign. So thank you for being here, Terry.
Thank you for inviting us.
What is Passionately Pink in Coffee County?
Well, Passionately Pink is sponsored by the Alpha Theta chapter of Beta Sigma Phi to promote breast cancer awareness, focusing on teaching women to do self-checks, promote screening and early detection that we use to raise funds to help women locally and support research for cancer.
Right.
The fight to find a cure for breast cancer will help lead to cures for other types of cancer is always our primary goal. A world with no breast cancer is our main goal. Beta Sigma Phi became involved when two of our sisters were diagnosed with cancer in 2008.
Right.
Since that time, we've had another member that's been diagnosed. So the numbers of 1 in 8 really hits home to us because
Right.
we've had 3 out of our 25 plus members. So it's really dear to our hearts. And when you think of that 1 in 8 as a statistic, it may not hit home to you, but if you really, really think about it, in terms of the women you know, it means that someone, somewhere in your life, will be diagnosed with breast cancer. It may be at work, at church, or other areas, including your friends and family. But most likely there's always, always someone that you know who has been diagnosed.
Right.
And we have the power as individuals to get involved and make a difference.
Right, exactly, and that's what y'all do. I mean, every year I see it, and when we take, like in September, the town is painted gold. Well, right time, October the 1st comes in, it's painted pink. So 2 months of good awareness programs, and actually really good groups here in Douglas that benefit our community, our people
Really.
here in Douglas and Coffee County. What does the group do locally to help women? Like if somebody is diagnosed with breast cancer, what can y'all do?
Well, a huge goal of ours is to focus on screening and early detection.
Okay.
With COVID having been in, a lot of the people are not going to the doctor.
Right.
But doctors' offices are safe now. They are, you call ahead, get your appointment, go in, they screen you or they examine you, and you go from there. Either if there is some detection of anything abnormal, they will send you on to the next step.
Right.
Also, I was thinking this morning after I was asked to do this that, our bodies are like temples, and they say your temple, you should keep it in top notch. Not
Right.
only the outside facade of your temple, but also the inside. And that's why we stress this early detection and self-checking. Look at yourself in the mirror. I try to shy away from the mirror, but
I do too.
look, just for your own safety, look and see if there's any changes in any of your outside
Right.
aesthetics.
Right.
Or when you're in the shower or in the tub, just self-exam. Or if you have a significant other,
Yeah.
let them examine you also.
Right.
But we're just looking for early detection because now with science so on the cutting edge, there's so many things that they can do now from what used to be years ago, just a self-exam or going to your doctor once a year.
Right.
But we encourage you to please make your appointment and go to the doctor.
And even those guys need to do this too.
Exactly.
It
We
doesn't
do
just
have-
happen to women.
We do have some survivors here in Coffee County that are male, so it's
Right.
not on, the numbers are lower. I think it's 1 in 20 maybe.
Right.
Whereas women, it's 1 in 8, because I guess with the mammary glands and all that active as we
Hormones
do
and
and the
all that.
hormones, yeah, and all that.
Yeah.
But also with the funds we raise through donations and our shirt sales and fundraisers, we're able to assist women with travel to treatments,
Okay.
surgery and doctor visits, co-pays, personal care items, breast forms and bras. We help with mammograms. We also help with rent,
Oh,
power bills. We've replaced a lady's tires before.
okay.
We have a young lady that has just been diagnosed and is going through her surgery that has a young child at home under a year old.
Oh, wow.
So we are providing transportation for her to get to her doctor for her surgery and aftercare, as well as we are going to be providing daycare for this child, in-home daycare, because she's unable to lift the child. So it's we're going in there and personally see what their needs are,
Right.
trying to meet those needs within our boundaries of what we can do.
Exactly.
But it's amazing, just in the month of October, how many ladies we get come in that will come straight from the doctor's office and are just devastated and don't know what to do. And we're there for moral support, we're there for material support, we're there for, just a listening ear, we're there financially. We just want to help these ladies feel like they're not left alone because they don't know they don't know where to go.
Right,
They're in shock
They're in
still.
shock, right.
And it's amazing the number of ladies that come in during the month of October. But we would like to stress it's 12 months out of the year. Breast cancer doesn't just pick October
Right.
to come on you. We want you to, contact us at any time and let us know if you have a need. And when the ladies come in to us that have just recently been diagnosed and then there are steps that they're going to take either a lumpectomy or a mastectomy or chemo and radiation,
Right.
we prepare a love basket for them, and we include things of like educational materials. We include the unscented body products.
Right.
We those that are going through radiation, we try to provide the lost my mind. It's a lozenger that you can do that
Okay.
cuts that metal taste.
Right.
Ginger
Okay.
lozengers. We also put in, maybe if they're going to do chemo, we put in the caps, the handmade crocheted caps. We do the lap blankets. We do just regular blankets, but we try to let them know that somebody cares for them other than just listening to them and getting them
Right.
those things. It's something more personal to them. We'll put maybe notepads or thank you cards or note cards and stamps or things like that where they're unable to get out of the house and they've got that there that they can use. So that's
sounds like you-
another thing.
Sounds like you think about a lot of things that people don't think about
Right,
providing.
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That support, I can only imagine if I was diagnosed the devastation that would, number one, hearing that diagnosis, and then it's all the what ifs or what do I do now, and so that's good that y'all are there
Right.
to help these
And
people navigate.
It's so important for that early detection because if they can reach it early, there is so much that they can do where you don't
Right.
have to go through the drastic things and all the treatments and all that.
Yeah. How have y'all been able to actually have donations and have fundraisers and things like that during COVID and be able to raise money?
Well, our initial goal was the T-shirt sales.
Right.
And that was kind of put on a little back burner last year because of COVID, but we still ran the Pink House. We were open outside.
Okay.
We took orders over the phone. We asked the people to come wearing a mask and stay the socially distanced 6 feet. If they can't get out of their car, they can call us at 384-PINK,
Okay.
and we will deliver the shirt to them. Right now we have 2 shirts, the Heliconia Pink, which is the bright pink, and a black one.
Okay.
And our theme this year is Passionately Pink is the power of one,
Okay.
the passion of many, fighting for a cure.
Okay,
And we're
that's a
we're
good-
knowing that with COVID, we've had to kind of isolate, so we're saying one person, can make a difference.
Right.
And that the power that they stress and tell others about early detection and research for a cure.
Right. What events do you have planned this year?
Okay. Passionately Pink Day is, which is unusual,
Right here.
October the 21st, 2021. So you should be able to remember that, 21-21. 10-21-21 is our day, and that's when we ask everyone to pink out and go with our theme, like the power of one. You can take like a superpower, maybe you can dress up like superpowers or dress up your business or things of that nature. So this year we are promoting it a little differently like we did last year, that we do the Pink House will be open, and the dates on that, we will be open on September the 28th from 3 to 5:30, and September the 29th from 10 to 1 o'clock for our survivors to come by. Usually we have a reception the end of September for our survivors, and we've had probably around 160 survivors come by for our receptions.
Oh, wow.
And they get to share memories, they get to share their testimony. They feel more comfortable around kindred souls, and they're opening up more, whereas it used to be such a stigma that, ladies with breast cancer kind of, stayed in the background. But that's those 2 dates, the 28th and 29th is our Survivor Day. They can come by the Pink House and pick up their shirts. We have a special Survivor shirt this year we give them.
Good.
That's Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th.
Okay. And then what time does the Pink House open to the public?
Okay, that is, let me get my notes here. I'm new at this yet. October the 21st.
Okay.
Is Passionately Pink Day. We will open up that Wednesday afternoon, the 29th of September. And they can stop by that day and get shirts if they want to. And like I said, if you don't want to get out of your vehicle and socially distance, you can call us at 384-PINK and someone will pull your order and bring it to the car for you.
Okay, good.
That's the day we'll open up, and we will be open on Monday through Thursday from, let me look here.
Is this right, 11 to 1:30?
11 to 1:30
Okay.
on Monday through Thursday, and 4 to 6. Then on Fridays, we're there from 11 to 2.
Okay.
And the facility is a white house with pink everywhere, and it's behind the 911 center on 311 Columbia Avenue.
Okay.
Some additional numbers, which I'm sure they will put on the screen for you, will be available other than 384-PINK. So that's good. Also, during the month, we're participating with Coffee Regional Medical Center Health and Wellness Fair on October the 2nd from 8:30 to 12. We will be there handing out educational materials, and I'm sure they probably will have the shirts there for purchase. From 10 to 1 o'clock is when we will be there.
Okay.
But the health fair, wellness fair, is from 8:30 to 12, but we will be there from 10 to 1 for anyone wishing to purchase their shirts. And if we don't have the stock there, we will take your order and fill it and then call you and let you know that we have it ready. Also, in addition, Chick-fil-A this year is having a blood drive for cancer on October the 5th. So Passionately Pink is excited to join with Chick-fil-A, and we will also be there with shirts for sale as well as materials and all that. And a lot of times we ask, we have a lot of ladies in churches in this area and groups, and even in outlying counties that have family members that have succumbed to breast cancer or surviving breast cancer, that have like a ladies' day at their church. So we provide materials for that. We've even provided speakers. I've spoken at a couple of places, and that's a good group of just mainly females that, they feel more comfortable discussing those things other than doing it in front of the church or in front of a mixed gender group. But the churches do that. And also, Coffee Regional Medical Center is offering the free breast exam screening, free breast health screening on Tuesday, October the 19th and Tuesday, October the 26th from 5 to 7:30. But you must call and get an appointment at 384-4111.
You must pre-register.
You must pre-register. You must do that. And what they will have will be medical staff on there, and they will do the exam, and if they find any abnormalities, they will transfer you or forward you to someone who can help you find out what's going on. But it's on October the 19th at the hospital. Also, we have our Trojan Pink Out game.
That's always a fun
which
game.
is October the 29th. And we hope to have one big thing was socks. They love the pink socks, and we provide the pink ribbon decals on the football helmets, and usually the pink pom-poms for the cheerleaders. So it's just a good community thing that the young as well as the older people get involved with.
Right, because you have to start young to get it, you know,
Right.
to make it sink into everybody's head. Start
Right.
early, and then by
Right,
the time
early.
they get old enough to really be looking at things,
Right.
they'll know.
Right, because we have had, in the last couple of weeks, Lou told me, we've had a couple of ladies like 30 in their 30s and 40s that have just been diagnosed and are, you know, foreseeing possible treatments
Wow.
and all that.
That's a young
Also,
age.
we're going to have a online auction on
Okay.
our webpage on Facebook. Last year we had cakes and just some paintings and all that, so that's something to look for. And I think our webpage, our Facebook page is Douglas is Passionately Pink. I'm not for
think so.
sure, but we'll get the information to you.
Okay.
And last but not least, Randy at Dolores's always provides us a chance on a floral arrangement once a month for a year for a
Okay.
$5 donation.
Oh, wow, that would be
And
nice, especially
it-
from Randy.
It is nice
It
because
is.
I won it one year.
Oh.
And it was so nice to get flowers once a month. I'd go down and he'd know when I walk in the door he had me something made. And it's good too, if you don't want to use them in your home there and you have an incidental or something come up, you need an arrangement for something or someone, you've got that, and it's 12 different arrangements once a month for a year.
Wow, flowers
So,
for a year.
yep,
That's nice.
yep.
Okay, well, I appreciate you being here today.
Well, thank you.
And if anybody has any questions, they just need to remember to call 912-384-PINK.
Right. And if no one answers, leave a message and we'll try to get back with you because we do have an answer machine. Or they can use the other two numbers that you will put on the screen for us.
Yeah.
And that's some of the members that will, you know, most likely answer their phone. But
Okay.
I appreciate you letting me come today. And don't forget, October the 21st, Pink out throughout Coffee County. And keep your eyes open for Douglas being pink.
That's right, that's right. All right, well, thank you again, and we look forward to seeing Douglas turn pink in October.
Sorry.
We'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. And this month we're going to try something a little different, since I did have several guests that wanted to come on and spread the news about their different events coming up in October. I'm going to allow Danny McCarty with Coffee Regional Medical Center close it out to let you all know a little bit about the Health and Wellness Festival that's coming up on October the 2nd. So we will see you next month, and now I'm turning it over to Danny.
Hey guys, I'm Danny McCarty. I am the director of the Cardiac Rehab and Pulmonary Program, as well as the Wellness Center for Coffee Regional Medical Center. Today I'm here to present you a little bit of information about the Community Health and Wellness Festival that we've been having annually for close to 30 years now, I believe. A few things that, for you to know is that we're going to continue to have our annual blood work. That's $35, and that is a complete analysis blood screen. Last year, you had to sign up by appointment only. This year, you don't have to sign up by appointment. It's going to be show up again this year. The health fair itself will start at 8 a.m., but the blood work will start at 8:30 a.m. And so we will, like previous years, you will have a line. The blood work will be in the cafeteria this year due to some restrictions we have throughout the facility, because we're still dealing with COVID, but we are working our best to make sure that we provide excellent opportunities for those in the community to have services available to them. So we do have a few vendors there. Just want to mention these real quick. Beta Sigma will be there with Passionately Pink, as in the previous show. We will have a mammography, because we're really focusing a lot this year on cancer treatment, oncology. We have our oncology department there doing a lot of presentations and informations to provide to you guys about how to prevent cancer, the screening process, the different services Coffee Regional offers for you and your family. We also have our CRH family there, which is all of our physician practices. We'll have information on stroke prevention, which is huge. We're going to have others there like the Wellness Center and the rehab. Smile Doctors will be there, of course. They're always fantastic about giving out tons of gifts, items, different venues that they have. Fitzgerald Family Eye Care will be there. We're hoping that the Lions Club will be there to provide some vision screenings as well. We're trying to set them up a booth. We'll have skincare there. We'll be doing blood pressure checks, heart rate checks, oxygen checks, as well as you get the blood analysis for $35. So please just bring cash or check for that if you want those. It's a super great deal. It normally is over a $400 value for only $35 $35. So that's a great deal. And we will also have the COVID vaccines available for anybody who would like to get a COVID shot that day. So we have just tons of stuff still going on. We're trying to bring this back, even though we're fighting through COVID, and amongst other things, we're wanting to see a great community turnout. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me, Danny McCarty, at 912-383-6988. 912-383-6988. I'm happy to provide you any information that you're looking for, vendor opportunities, as well as just information related to what we'll be having there that day. It will be an outside event too, just so you know. We'll have tents set up and the blood work will be done inside so that we can keep everyone cool while they're having that procedure done. But again, thanks for having me on the show. You guys have a fantastic afternoon. You do good in Douglas.